All right, how's everyone doing? I love that energy. What an awesome day one, right? You guys have fun at the Flight Museum? Man, that was a really cool venue. Man, I'm just so excited to see all of you here, see everyone so amped up for this morning. You know, this is something that is really, really important to me. A lot of you have seen how incredible our team is, right? Let's give a big round of applause for the JobTread team. So as I told you yesterday, our mission is to help you grow and scale your businesses. And today we're going to do that by focusing on your team. I've heard so many of you talk about how great these people are here at JobTread. And I want to share how we have been able to build this. And I want to give you the best advice I can on how you can build a great team as well. Today we're going to talk about how to build your power team. We're going to focus on your internal team, your employees. We're going to talk about your trade partners. We're going to talk about our marketplace partners and how they can help fill your gaps. First, though, I want to share, I am extremely proud of this team. For the 4th year in a row, we have been ranked a best places to work. And this last year, we earned the #1 spot, which is really, really incredible. Dallas is a huge market, so this really means a lot to us and our team. But I encourage all of you to strive to earn that for your company and for your teams. The business journals, they all do this ranking, so look it up in your area and see if you can start participating in that. And again, the goal should be to strive to always create a best place to work for everyone. So #1 here, build a great team. Leader's most important job is to assemble the best team that you possibly can. No matter how smart you are, how great you are at your trades, you need a great team of people around you to be able to truly live out your vision and mission. You need to look for the A+ players, the people who will push your business forward while making that journey so much more fun and rewarding. You got to track your applicants, the people that you want to recruit to get onto your team. Treat them just like your leads. Follow up with them. Make sure that they know how much you want them to join your team and how much you care about them and would be so excited for them to come work with you. Even if you can't get them today, you might be able to get them tomorrow or the month after or the year after. I tried to hire Anna so many times. For those of you who don't know, she was actually a 3-time customer of my last software company. We tried to get her to join us, and she decided she wanted to go back and get 1 more degree, so now she's Dr. Anna Hunter. And finally, after that, we got her. And look at the impact she has made on JobTread. So I think it's also important, though, you have to take your time to find the right people. Never settle. The answer is not to just take the first person that walks in the door. And so many times people feel so overwhelmed. They feel like they can't get it all done, and they know that they need somebody. And they think, oh, just any warm body in the seat will be able to help you. But so often that's not the case. Your spouse is awesome. Your partners, your neighbors, your friends, they're all awesome, I'm sure. But that does not make them qualified to fill the roles that you need. It might make them qualified, but a lot of the times it might not. And so many people just rush to bring anyone, the first person that comes in that door. Don't do that. Take your time to find the right people. And you'll know that you've built a great team when one day you can take a step back, you can go on vacation, take trips, and you don't have to be firefighter every single day. The business doesn't fall apart because you take a little time off. You have a great team around you, and that will keep building the business. The goal is to create an organization that shares your passion. It shares your same desires to work hard, to win often, to have fun. And let that organization build itself. Let it thrive. It's so important. How many of you read this book, Jim Collins' Good to Great? Incredible book. My biggest takeaway from this is that you've got to get the right people on the bus, the right people in the right seats on the bus, and sometimes you have to get the wrong people off the bus. But when you assemble that team, you can figure out where to drive that bus, how fast, how far, all of that. But it's about getting the right people. And once you do have the right people, you have to be prepared to invest in them, train them, give them the tools and everything they need to be successful. It's also important to note, there is a chance that you'll make a bad hire. And whenever that happens, you have to do something about it. Again, I'm all about training, coaching, helping them. But one bad hire can spoil the bunch for everyone. And I see so many people who just kick that can down the road and think maybe one day they'll wake up and they'll be a different person. Don't let one toxic person tank your culture. It's so important. So you've got to talk about recruiting here. How do we find the best people? Well, the key here is to have clearly defined roles, responsibilities, know what gaps you need to fill, know where you need to add horsepower. What responsibilities can you take off the owner's plate? Have a hiring plan. And I'm really big on creating an annual budget that includes your hiring plan. That's going to help you know when is the right time to bring on people and to make sure that you can afford it. Cash flow, as we know, is extremely important. And so you need to budget for when these people need to be brought on. When you've set your goals, and looking at your monthly goals, you will know, hey, do we have the right people to hit those goals? Do we have enough salespeople or estimators to drive all of that coming in to hit that goal? Do we have enough project managers to take on that many projects? Are we staffed up correctly? That's so important. And when you have this plan ahead of time, you're able to be proactive and strategic instead of being reactive and just firing from the hip and doing things out of emotion and stress. Be intentional. And once you've got those roles defined, put them on your website. I highly encourage everyone to have a careers page of some sort that is constantly recruiting for you. You got to put those lines out there. Get them out. Even if you might not be looking to hire right now, you never know when the right person is going to come along. But it's so important that you're always recruiting. And have a way for them to apply. And then from there, you can work out when the timing's right, but you've got to be able to keep recruiting and attract them in here. And then when they do reach out or request an interview, like what we do, we have a very, very detailed process. We do a screening call. We get to know them a little bit, make sure, hey, you applied for the right positions. Is this a good fit for you? Here's a little bit about us. It's an opportunity to do a little bit of selling too. If they get past that, we bring them in person. Spend time getting to know these people. You do not need to rush this process. I would also encourage you to think about what sort of an exercise can you give them? How can you test their skills? You don't want to just have to take their word for it. For all the people that apply for JobTread, we actually just give them a JobTread org. We say, go figure it out. In your in-person interview, you're going to be walking us through it. Sometimes these people spend up to 20 hours, maybe more, preparing for that interview. And when they don't, we can immediately tell. And we know they're not a good fit. They didn't put in the effort. They didn't take the time. It wasn't important enough to them. They didn't follow directions. If you're looking for a tradesperson or a field person, I encourage you to bring them on for a couple days. Again, pay them for 1 or 2 days. But spend time with them out in the field. It's easy for someone to show up for 30 minutes in an interview and put on their game face, or even a couple hours. But what you really want to know is, what's that person like at the end of a hard day? Is that someone that you want to go spend more time with, go grab a beer, have some food? Is that someone that you really want to spend every day with? Think about that. Make sure they are a good fit for your team. And that gives everyone on the team the opportunity to get to know them a little bit more. The goal is for everyone to agree that this person will be a good fit. Don't just have one person interview them. It's very easy to put your rose-colored glasses on and think, oh yeah, this is exactly what we're looking for, and convince yourself. Let your team help you vet these people. And once you've built a great team and you've recruited these people to your team, you have to keep them. And to do this, you need to focus on your culture. Strive to make your company a best places to work. So what is culture? In Brian Gottlieb's book, Beyond the Hammer, has anyone read that? Awesome. He talks about company culture is the attitude and the behaviors of employees within an organization. Your workplace has a culture, and it can be a positive one or a negative one. So as leaders, it's up to you to define that and to set that and to make sure that you are shaping your culture to be positive with meaning and direction. This directly affects everyone in their performance. You want people who are fully bought in, who are fully ingrained in the culture. They believe in your mission, your vision, your core values, and they're passionate to be with you every day. Those are the people that you're looking for. And it can take time to find them, but once you get them, man, celebrate them. I'm really, really big on having open and honest communication. There's absolutely nothing that I won't discuss with anyone on our team. And I would encourage you all to figure out how you can do that. How can you be as transparent as possible? This creates so much alignment and trust. When people understand what the goals are, when they understand how you're performing, that is going to help them to accomplish their job. That is going to help your company to accomplish your goals. You want them to take ownership. At the construction company I work for, the first Wednesday of every month, we had a big all-hands-on meeting day. We had all of our employees, all of our trade partners, everyone came in. And we spent time going through every single thing, how the company did last month. What are our goals for this month? What went well? What didn't go well? We opened it up to them. Hey, you have any feedback for us? Is there anything we could do better? You got to listen to your people, and you also have to solicit that feedback. Have those hard conversations with them. At JobTread, we have our weekly team lunch every Wednesday. So if you try to call between 12 to 2 and we don't answer, that's probably where we are. But again, for us, that's a great time to get everybody on the same page, to share what we're working on, to share what we're doing. And by the way, feeding people, I've learned, is a great way to win them over. I mean, you've seen foods on the signs on the street sometimes will work for food. I mean, it's true. Also, it's good to not let people get hangry. I get hangry, and I need to make sure we've got good snacks, and we keep our fridge and pantry full. But, I encourage all of you to think about that. How can you do that? Figure out what will help them be excited. And then it's so important that you recognize your people. Recognize them for their contributions. We have what's called the Who's Kicking Ass box. And every single team lunch, the very first thing I do is I read out all of those notes. And anyone in the company can go and submit those. That's such a great way to recognize people. Otherwise, so many people wouldn't have seen that awesome thing where someone went above and beyond or did something great. We've got our monthly point leaders, and we have the Hammer Award. I'm sure if you guys are following me on Facebook, you see every month we give out Hammer Awards for every single department. The person who led that department did the best job. Celebrate your wins. Take time. When you hit your goal, when you land a big project, when you wrap up a big project, celebrate. People want to be on a winning team. So take that time. Find ways to show them you care. Some of the cool stories I've heard is like the beginning of cold season, people will go out and they'll give their team new boots, new gloves, new clothes, whatever it is, to like show them that you care about their comfort and that you want them to be warm. It's the little things that show your appreciation that mean a lot to people. Do team building events. Take time outside of the office, off the job site, to get to know your people even more. Go volunteer. Whatever it may be, like spend time outside of the day-to-day. And I would encourage you to invite their extended families. The more you can win them over and show them that you're a great company and that you value their family member, the easier it is for them to answer that call, to show up outside of normal working hours, to go above and beyond. And then spend time with your people. Give them that feedback. Coach them. Recognize their contributions. It's that open and honest feedback, though, that will help them continue to improve. And then pay them well. Give them raises and bonuses. Recognize when they have done a great job and they have earned it. Culture doesn't just happen by accident, though. It's built intentionally by values, with your leadership, creating systems that support their best work. So I want you to pause for a moment. Culture isn't about what you say it is. It's about what people experience when they work with you. So ask yourself honestly, what kind of culture does your business have? It's not the one that you want. It's the one that people feel. What would your team say about your culture? What kind of employees are you attracting? Do people take ownership? Or are people just clocking in and out? And most importantly, how are you showing up for your team? How are you showing them that they matter to you? Not just through your words, but through the time, the trust that you've built, the clarity that you provide, and the appreciation you show them. Your culture determines who will show up for you and who will stay. Number 2, you've got to build a great trade partner bench. You need great trade partners. It's one thing to build an internal team. And sometimes those people are out in the field. But other times you may need to hire trade partners who are essentially subcontractors. And just because they have their own company, that doesn't mean that they shouldn't know and understand and abide by your mission and your core values. They are an extension of your team. They are representing you. So like I shared yesterday, again, I encourage you to add your mission, your vision, your core values to your websites. Display them at your job sites. Add them to your customer orders, your vendor orders. Anywhere that makes sense, like continually represent who you are to everyone that is part of your extended family there. You've got to be the company of choice for them. You have to be attractive to your trade partners. So where do you find them? There's lots of places. Referrals are probably going to be the best, just like with clients. Anyone who's referring someone in is a great source for you. Suppliers, showrooms. Suppliers will see who's active. They know who's growing, who's organized, and who's sort of operating messy. They can give you a lot of great insight. Ask them. The job sites. Go around to job sites. Some of the best subs that we found were just observing their work out there. Competition? I'd be lying if I didn't share that we do recruit some of our competitors. Come join us. Online directories, social media. Are you posting that you're hiring? Are you sharing videos and content that shows that you've got an awesome place to work? Leverage it. Your clients like to see you're growing. I mean, do y'all like to see we're growing our team? Case in point. Trade schools, apprenticeship opportunities. Like, go find those programs around your area. Associations, networking, industry events. Get out there. There's a lot of recruiting platforms you can use. I encourage you to hire a recruiter. We got a couple great ones out there. Direct campaigns. Just like you smile and dial trying to get deals. Pick up the phone. Start calling people. Start calling companies. Figure out, hey, can you come help us? Are you interested? Would we be a good fit? Are you a good fit for us? You could even acquire another business or partner with other business. I mean, there's so many opportunities to find trade partners. But you've got to put in the effort to make sure you are building the best team of partners for you. And then again, once you find them, you've got to qualify them. Look at examples of their work. Ask them the hard questions. Ask them how they dealt with the tricky situations. Ask them when that customer comes up to you and tries to get you to do more, how are you going to handle that? Are you going to come back to us when there needs to be a change order? Or are you just going to go do it? Are you going to follow the processes? Are they going to show up on time? Are they going to be clean shaven? They're going to be, no mud on their boots. Are they going to represent your company well? You got to ask them all the hard questions. And then you got to set them up for success. You got to be easy to work with. At the construction company, when I asked all of our trades what was their biggest frustration working with our company, you know what they told me? When they show up to the job site and they have no idea what to do. And they're sitting there, they're trying to call the project manager, they're texting, they're trying to get information. This is part of why we created that vendor portal. This is why we wanted to involve all of our subs and our trades and make sure that they had the information and that they were crystal clear on what the job entailed. There's nothing worse than when people feel like you've just left them out to dry. Got to give them the details they know, and you've got to communicate. Be easy for them to get a hold of. If they have questions, you need to respond right away. You got people out there on the field trying to do work for you, so make sure that you answer their call. And check in with them. How are they doing? How's the work looking? How are things going? Like, you got to know that. Those daily logs are huge. They give you visibility so that you can give them real-time feedback. Don't wait till the end of the job. And do your best to keep them busy. Your best people, man, you want to keep them as busy as you possibly can. I know in our slow times, we had work around the shop we needed them to do. Like, we did everything in our power to keep them busy so that they would stay devoted to us. And you got to also properly incentivize them and compensate them. Again, leverage those bid requests. Let them tell you what they need to get the job done right. And go sell it. But you got to pay them what they deserve and what they need to make sure that they're going to be able to keep their people showing up every day. Incentivize them to complete the job on time and on budget. That's huge for you, so give them some sort of an incentive. Reward them, recognize them, track their performance. If they get a shout out from the client, share that. Share it with them, share it with your team. But I'd also encourage you to review them. Have your team do reviews. Maybe ask your clients, hey, how did it go? How did that person work out? You got to collect that feedback so that you know who are your best. And then pay them. Pay them on time. That's the number one thing that people will continually show up for you, is if you make sure that they're getting paid on time. And I've said it, I'm going to keep saying it, show appreciation. And the best way to show that appreciation is to pay them fast. But also, again, having clear scopes, having ready job sites, giving them the respect that they deserve as professionals. Hold monthly meetings and involve them. Make them feel part of the team. Share their wins. One idea I saw a couple businesses do, they have a trade of the month. Trade Partner of the Month is a great way to recognize them, give them an award to go back and share with their team and to tout and to love. Of course they're going to want to keep coming back to you. Keep them fed. You can drop off some lunch or some snacks or whatever on the job site. Like when they see you go above and beyond for them, again, it builds that loyalty. Those small, just little delightful surprise gifts, those matter. Give them a small little bonus if they get that job completed, if that punch list is 0, if they get it done ahead of time, if they got great communication, if something went really well, show them that you see that and you appreciate that. Number 3 is to build your partner team. You will not be able to do everything by yourself. Or at least you won't be able to do it great. You have to build a partner team. This is your power team. I believe in this so much that this is why we built the JobTread Marketplace, where we can recommend the best solution providers out there that understand JobTread, they understand who you are, they understand your need, and they have proven that they can deliver. For your partnerships to work, though, you need to take the time to get to know them. And you need to understand where they can help you. And what you're trying to do that you know down in your gut that you're probably not the best suited to do, but because the buck stops with you, you just put that hat on. Or you feel like you can't afford to hire someone else full-time to do it, so you just do it yourself. It's not often the right answer. For a fraction of what it would cost to pay someone full-time, you can hire a partner. And they may have a team of people who are experts, and you get to tap into that entire team. That is a great way, especially as a small business, to not have to sacrifice quality and experience because you can't afford a full-time person. If you're not great at marketing, you definitely need to hire a marketing agency. If you're struggling with your books, find an accountant. If you need to accelerate your business, hire a coach. You got to continually build your power team. They can make all the difference in the world. But you also got to know, where are you? Where is your business? Understand your gaps. Assess yourself. In order to keep building your business, before you can grow, you have to honestly know, what are you strong at? What are you weak at? And what are you missing? Financial clarity. Can you see your profits? Can you monitor your cash flow? Do you know how you're performing in real time? Do you have good systems and execution? How are your processes, your workflows? How's your JobTread implementation? How's your back office operating? There's a lot of different ways that you can assess your business. Take the time to answer these questions honestly. You're the only one that's going to see it and know it. So be real with yourself. Where do you need support? This is how you will keep building a great team and a great company, is when you get the right support in place to help you. And we have made it as easy as we possibly can to help you find those partners. We have an incredible marketplace of trusted partners. From accounting and coaching, marketing, implementation, finance, design, staffing, legal, suppliers, VAs, you name it. We are trying to bring the best that we can find into this marketplace so that it's easy for you to work with them and to hire them. And so that they know what you're doing. They know who you are. They know about this community. They show up for this community. They can support you in every major operational area of your business. And the goal is not to outsource responsibility entirely. You still need to be involved. But it's about surrounding yourself with experts who can truly take your business to the next level. This ecosystem exists because no builder should have to figure this out alone. We want to give you the support that you need, and we know that you need that support. And in case you didn't know, we also recently rolled out marketplace reviews. So if you've worked with one of our partners, please go out there and leave a review for others to know, how did it work out for you? How did they impact you? Were they easy to work with? Did they do a good job? We want to further make sure that we can support you all in finding the best partners. But I want to encourage you, just like when you're hiring a full-time employee, like you have to take the time to get to know them, interview them, make sure that they are going to be a good fit for you and your team, and that you want to work with them. Understand, what is it going to be like working with them? How often are you going to meet? How are you going to define success? How will they show you the results? How have they worked with others? What's their process? Like, get to know these people. I mean, obviously, you all believe in coming together in person, so go take the time to shake their hand and build a relationship. And sometimes you got to meet a couple people to decide who is the right one for your business. But that's why we bring them all here together, for you to be able to take that time and get to learn more about them. Great things in business are never done by one person. They are done by a team of people. So now is the time for you to take action. Go build a great team. Take care of your trade partners and fill your gaps with our marketplace partners. Remember, you represent the new standard for construction. So go out there, live it, build a great company, and deliver exceptional customer experiences. I hope you have a great day here at JobTread Connect. Let's make it an awesome one. Thank you.